Fourth, we must act on the first prompting. Remember the words of Nephi? I was led by the Spirit, not knowing beforehand the things which I should do. Nevertheless, he said, I went forth. And so must we. We must be confident in our first promptings. Sometimes we rationalize. We wonder if we are feeling a spiritual impression or if it is just our own thoughts. When we begin to second guess, even third guess our feelings, and we all have, we are dismissing the Spirit. We are questioning divine counsel. The prophet Joseph Smith said, and I quote, if you will listen to the first promptings, you will get it right 9 times out of 10, end quote. Now a caution, don't expect fireworks because you responded to the Holy Ghost. Remember, you are about the work of the still small voice. While serving as a mission president in New York City, I was with some of our missionaries in a restaurant in the Bronx. A young family came in and sat near us. They appeared golden for the gospel. I watched our missionaries as they continued to visit with me and then noticed as the family concluded their meal and slipped out the door. Then I said, elders, there's a lesson here today. You saw a lovely family come into this restaurant. What should we have done? One of the elders spoke up quickly. I thought about getting up and going over to talk to them. I felt the nudge, but I didn't respond. Elders, I said, we must always act on our first prompting. That nudge you felt was the Holy Ghost. First promptings are pure inspiration from heaven. When they confirm or testify to us, we need to recognize them for what they are and never let them slip past. So often it is the Spirit inspiring us to reach out to someone in need, family and friends in particular. Thus the still small voice, which whispereth through and pierceth all things, points us to opportunities to teach the gospel, to bear testimony of the restoration and Jesus Christ, to offer support and concern, and to rescue one of God's precious children. Think of it as being what is called a first responder. In most communities, the first responders to a tragedy, disaster, or calamity are firemen, policemen, paramedics. They arrive with lights flashing. And may I add, we are so incredibly grateful for them. The Lord's way is less obvious, but requires just as immediate a response. The Lord knows the needs of all his children, and he knows who is prepared to help. If we let the Lord know in our morning prayers that we are ready, he will call on us to respond. If we respond, he will call on us time and time again, and we will find ourselves on what President Monson calls the Lord's errand. We will become spiritual first responders, bringing help from on high. If we pay attention to the promptings that come to us, we will grow in the spirit of revelation and receive more and more spirit-driven insight and direction. The Lord has said, put your trust in that Spirit which leadeth to do good.